and this is the last lesson in our curriculum this term. At the first, what's meant by force? It's external factor influences that affect the object change, its state of motion or rest or direction of motion. Newton's first law of motion. The first law states that static object keep its state of rest and the moving object keep its state of motion at a uniform velocity in a straight line unless acted upon by the resultant force. The mathematical formula of Newton's first law is that resultant force equals 0. Newton's first law known as the law of inertia. So what do you know about inertia? Inertia is tendency of the object to keep its state of motion or state of rest. Okay, so the resistance of object to change its kinematic state known as inertia. Example, when passengers in the vehicle tend to fall backward when the vehicle start to move suddenly, as their body is in static state, and suddenly it will move or it will change into moving object or moving body. It will resist by the effect of inertia, so they fell backward. In the other side, passenger in the vehicle will move forward in case the vehicle is moving and it suddenly stops. Their bodies is in motion state and they resist to be in static, so they complete motion. Also, the example of fan. When you cut the electric current on moving fan, it will not stop suddenly, but it will complete its motion and be slower till it will stop. Newton's third law of motion, when the object acts on another object by the force, the second object reacts with an equal force in the first. Or we can say Newton's third law with other way. Object in a direction, object to that action. For every action, there is a reaction equal in magnitude but in opposite direction. If you look to this picture, this girl will push or jump on another boat. So when it jumps or she jumps on with the first step like that, it will fall down, and this is move up as action and reaction. This law is related to two mutual forces between different bodies. If you considered the first force as an action and second force considered as a reaction in the opposite direction, the mathematical formula can be expressed by F1 equal negative F2. The negative sign indicates that the two forces act in the opposite direction. Identify action and reaction pairs. When action A exerts force on P, the reaction is simply by exert force on A. Example, in this picture, action is fire push rod. This from this car exhaust, this push rod by action as in the blue arrow, while the reaction rod push the tire in the opposite direction. These forces are equal in magnitude but in opposite direction. Another example, the action here, earth pulled the ball. This ball is fall down to the earth surface, so the action is pulling force of the earth by the effect of weight. Reaction pulls the earth, so there is action and reaction. Another example, rocket push gas, reaction gas push rocket. And there are different examples as if you project ball downward, the action is falling the ball downward. The reaction of earth will be pushing it to the other side. And also when you play with the swimming, your hand movement considered as action and your hand moving is toward the back, but the water reaction is to push you front direction.